Well, hello, hello, hello. Sherry and Joe. Joe, you got that day off today? Joe, what are you doing? Oh, so we are here to crochet. Crochet. No, not crochet. Crochet. I have a friend going to hang out with me again today, so I'll have somebody to chit chat with. Looks like she's getting organized over there. Looks like she's getting settled. Nice ceiling fan there. I like your ceiling fan. It's spinning good for you. Uh, I'm telling you, I rushed in the door. We went to my local yarn store, and then we went and we got some lunch and came home, and I had to throw my diamond painting stuff on the floor and throw my diamond painting over the chair and clear off my table and ready to go. Sean, are you settled now? It looks like it. Well, Sean.
I can't
Here's
see
Sean.
my screen. There I am. Hi, guys.
Here's Sean. Hello, Sean.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you today?
Are you still working on your mother-in-law's bee book?
Yes, 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 yes. I haven't
Yeah.
worked on it since last week. It's so disappointing.
Oh, what have you been doing with yourself?
Stuff I don't want to do, all that outdoor stuff you got to take care of.
Oh, man, outdoor stuff.
And I don't know about you, but the farmers have come through and they've done all the crops, and my nose, my whole head is just a big
Oh,
slug.
yeah, ours haven't really started yet. I mean, down the road, I noticed they had harvested some corn, but that's about it. A little bit, not much yet.
Yeah, that's what was next to us.
Maybe
And my
we're a
husband
little, maybe we're a little more delayed than you. I don't know.
could be. Yeah, I don't know.
So Sherry and Joe are here. Deborah's here. Emma is here. Hello, Emma. Brenda, I was just chatting with on the phone, well, on Messenger, whatever. Michelle, hello. And April, Kathy, hey, hey, hey. We got a crew here today, let me tell you.
Hello,
I
hello.
know everybody's like, hello, hello, hello. Hi, you, hey, you, hello, hello. So, yeah, cool. I know. I'm so excited for harvest time. I always love it so much, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I
mhm.
don't know. After harvest happens and all the dust and everything settles, and I can go back, I can clean out my windows because I'm right next to the field. I am completely surrounded. It's
Uh,
pond, swamp, and fields with one neighbor.
oh, pond, swamp, and fields. Nice.
Yep.
Perfect. Vanessa Puzzles. Well, hello, Vanessa Puzzles.
Ooh, a puzzler.
Do you do puzzles, Vanessa?
Does she know Karen puzzles?
I don't know. I don't know. Do you?
I do. I know Karen puzzles very well.
Oh,
Well,
I,
I mean, not personally, but I love to watch her.
I don't know. I don't know Karen puzzles either. So I guess I don't know
Yeah,
any puzzles.
it's a whole big universe. I mean, they have competitions in
Oh, yeah.
Europe and the whole thing.
Oh, I've seen some of those, like a whole room full of people doing their puzzles and see who does it fastest. The same
Oh
puzzles.
yeah. Teams and
You did
doubles.
not hear a Christmas song today, Brenda. You did not. It's
Ew.
wow. It's not even Halloween. Not even Halloween. Oh my gosh. All right. So here is my yarn. I'm using the same yarn. We're gonna make these fingerless gloves, right?
All right.
I'm using the same yarn that I used for the headband because I thought, well, I should make something to match the headband since I have this beautiful yarn. It's gorgeous. Look how beautiful it is. It's gorgeous. Oh,
Beautiful.
I know. So I'm going to make my fingerless gloves out of that. Actually, I'm going to make a fingerless glove because da 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 da, I have one fingerless glove created already. See?
Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. That's
Well,
awesome.
I'm glad I did it. I will tell you what, I am glad I made this one. So I have my right-handed glove made. So we're going to make a left-handed glove today. Um, but let me tell you a couple things that I've encountered along the way. Um, first of all, um, this part here that is around my fingers was actually supposed to be flipped around to become up here where the cuff is. But there was no way. This part here is going up over my hand and over my wrist because it is way too tight. This starting chain is way too tight. So it won't fit. It fits great this way, which I enjoy. I like it. I like that it's tighter around my fingers here. I like that. So as I created my cuff, because you do your cuff after the fact, I just kept going. Like you start here and you do all this, and I just kept going instead of flipping this around and putting my cuff down here. I just put my cuff down here, and it worked just fine. So I most likely will do that with this one, or you've got to really make this super, super loose so that it now comes over all of your hand, right? So anyhow, so there was that. The other thing was, I don't know if you can see them very well. Here, there you can. You can see these ridges here.
Right.
Well, those are made from doing some front post stitches. However, when you did the front post stitches, these all were on the inside of the glove.
Oh.
So I have flipped my glove inside out so you can see all the pretty front post stitches. I believe you probably should have done back post stitches so that you would get this ridge where it's supposed to be. So my glove is inside out as well. Okay. So I've encountered a few issues with this along the way. Now, this is another interesting thing. I'll take it off and show everybody. When you come along here, remember, we're going this way. We're making it from here to here. So you do like a chain of 10 here, which makes this hole. Okay, I get that. So make a chain of 10 and you skip over 10 and you continue your pattern around and it makes this hole. Well, then when you come around to do the pattern the next time, it just kind of tells you to do this pattern, skip a stitch, do this little V-stitch thing, skip stitch, do a V-stitch all the way around. Well, it doesn't tell you specifically, I suppose, that you need to do the V-stitches in all of those chains that you made as well. So you have to put the pattern in the chains as well. So as I'm saying, I'm glad that I kind of played with this ahead of time. I learned a few things about it. And yeah, glad I did. So there's that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I was going to say pretty much all of it seems like the patterns have something.
I'm telling you.
With them.
This one was just like, and then here's the other thing. When we do this ribbing along the top edge here, we do the ribbing. I got how to do the ribbing. It works instead of going, the whole glove has been going around and around, circular. And then when you get here, you start doing your ribbing, your rows are going back and forth, up and down this way. Okay. So I got that. That was fine until I got to the end where I'd started. And I'm like, so I ended up with the first round of the ribbing and the last round of the ribbing that I made, and they weren't connected at all. I'm like, okay, we got to connect them. Otherwise you have a slit, you got a gap there, right? They got to be connected somehow. So I was just like, well, okay, I'm going to slip stitch my beginning one to the last one. And that's what I did. It doesn't really show. It's over here. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too funky, but you had no direction on how to actually make your ribbing connect all the way around. So I'm telling you, sometimes patterns, they just need a little work. Now, do I like it when it's done? I like it. I like it. It's comfortable. I like the length of it. I mean, it comes, to a good spot on my wrist, and it comes down on my fingers the way I want.
Good.
But, I mean, And I really do like that this is tighter here. If I made this loose enough, well, if that was loose enough to go over my hand, then this ribbing, I think, would have been much looser up here as well. I don't know. I just like the way that it turned out. So anyhow.
And that's all that matters.
Yep. So I'm going to kind of duplicate the same thing, except we're going to make the left hand. How's
Okay.
it? All right.
Good luck.
All right. So show us one thing you're working on before we get started here. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, I just put, can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
So this is part of a page that I'm gluing together.
You got a gold medallion-y looking thing with a crown.
The little crown, yep, with my bee. And then, you know, the special drills that you gave me from our trip that I put, that's one of them.
Is that one up there on the top of the crown?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So I can't lift up the rest. It's not.
So that's going to go on a page. Nice.
Yes, yes. I can show you last week's page, I think. Maybe not. Nope, I cannot. It is part of the page I'm working on.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess at the end, when I'm all done putting this together, I'll show you what I did with last week's as well.
So yarnthrift.com is the website. Is this Sean as in Sean's lair, as in crafty lady lair? Is that what it is? Yeah. Crafty lady lair.
Yes.
So the pattern is by Yarn Thrift. If you just go to her, you know, I guess that's a website, Yarn Thrift. And the name of the pattern is the Snow Glider.
Snow glider.
Snow glider. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it's called a snow glider, but that's what it is.
Okay. Hi, Jackie.
Alrighty then. So it starts with the right glove. So we're going to pop down to the left hand here and we'll make our left glove. So
to the left.
If you wanted the pattern to work like it's supposed to work, I would tell you probably that you really need to make these first chains very loose, or it's going to be tight like mine. But I'm just going to do what I did the first time, and I'm just going to flip mine and all that good stuff. So anyhow, so we start with a chain 25. Now, mind you, the yarn that they used is it a 4-weight yarn? And mine's a 3, so that will make a little bit of difference. If you're using a 4-weight yarn, yours is going to be, actually, she says to use a lighter 4-weight would work best. So I thought, okay, a lighter 4-weight versus a 3, I mean, there can't be a whole lot of difference there, right? So anyhow.
Between a 4 and a 3?
Yeah, a light 4, she says. So a thinner 4 would be a 3, or close to a 3. They'd be very close. So there's that. So I need to count for a minute and I need to chain 25. So I'll be back with you in a moment.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to fix my darn tripod here because it just went bloop and left. What the heck is going on here? Let's see. You need to stay put. Yikes. All right. What's going on with the chatty peoples?
Oh, and here's the next thing.
Hi, Joe.
Now we have to join these into a ring, We need to join them together without flipping this and having it get all weird on us, because I did it all flippy weird at least once or twice before I said, okay, let me go watch a video. I know there's a secret as to how to join a chain together. So I watched to see if I remember. This lady said, grab this end of your chain and the end where you got your hook and come together. Come together. But then
now.
I know, right? Do you go on the top? You go on the top, maybe? I don't remember. I'll probably end up getting it twisted again. I'll probably get it twisted. Just my luck. I'll twist the thing again.
Well,
But
as long as you're making it the same way as you made the other one, you have a better chance, I guess, of getting a set.
I don't want it to be twisted. Okay, I'm not
Instead of
twisted. So I'm checking my circle here, make sure I'm not twisty, and I don't think I'm twisty. Okay. All right. So let's roll from here. Okay, join with a slip stitch. Okay. And make sure you're not twisted. If I have to take this out, I'm not gonna be happy. All right. So then you chain 2 once you're connected. Then in the 3rd stitch from the hook, and I'm assuming you have to count the chain. No, I don't think you count the chains. Maybe you count the chains. I don't know. Do we count the chains? I forget. I'm not going to count the chains. I am going to count the chains. Yeah, because they're going to go there. Yeah, I'm counting the chains. So that's 1, 2. So it's really the first stitch of the ring.
So we're counting the chains.
We'll see if that's right. And you double crochet 2 into that stitch, whichever stitch you have chosen to double crochet into. It will all work out. It will be fine. Then you chain 1 and you double crochet 2 more. This is like our little shell we're making. This is the main pattern, which is 2 doubles, 1 chain, and 2 doubles into the same stitch, which makes this cute little shelly V stitchy kind of thing. Okay, that's what we do.
Right.
That's our base pattern all the way around. All right, so then you skip 3 stitches and you do the same thing. So we got to skip 1, 2, 3, and we do 2 double crochets.
I'm curious, is anybody making the gloves? I know a lot of people were talking about it.
I bet you Deborah's going to. 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet.
Are you singing too, Brenda? We're a crafty choir. Off tune and have no clue what's happening. We only know parts of songs.
There you go. That's all that matters.
Yep, just the part I need.
Yeah.
All right.
So, have you tried selling any more diamond paintings this week?
No.
I'm not doing that. No.
Not this week.
Not doing that.
No. I'm out of tape. I need to get packing tape, and which is not that big of a deal, but I need to grab some tape. And I need to find my big girl panties, and then I'll get in there again.
I see. Gotta get brave.
I figure with everything going on with the mystery box and everybody wants to start, doing trading and whatever, I've been kind of checking the D-stashes, and they're just a lot of that is happening right now.
Just
so I'm
looking for the paintings they want from that. Huh?
Yeah, the Halloween ones. I want the Halloween paintings from there, which is great. I mean, there's one I want, but
oh yeah, which one do you like?
I like the Sea Witch. I thought that was cute. Did you like any of them?
No.
That's why I know you're very particular.
I'm not a Halloweeny girl, so I'm doing good right now. At least with diamond painting, I'm not buying any diamond paintings because
nothing at Dreamers or anything.
Nope, I haven't bought a thing. The last thing I bought was a restock. I bought a restock on the 19th. And I have no information yet about tracking other than it's been sent to On Track to ship.
Yeah.
From the 19th. That's
I
that's a
wonder if
lot
that
of fun.
has to do with the hurricane and then the striking that's supposedly happening on the coast. And
I would think that from the 19th, I would say no, because that was a long time ago. That was before the hurricane, and
yeah, true that. I just
I
wonder if it got caught up.
I don't know. It's only coming from Texas, you
Oh,
know?
that's true.
And
True
I mean, it's a restock, so it should be in stock, correct? Hmm.
that. You would think so. Is it traveling? Is it just going
No,
everywhere?
no, it hasn't done anything.
Hmm.
I've had two things. One was, we've got the information, we've sent the information over to OnTrack. And the second thing said, um, I think, oh, the strike is over already. Well, that was short lived. They got
That was
together,
short.
didn't they? Wow.
Well, good.
And the second
Let's see
one
everybody
said
else.
that the shipping company had the product. That's it, I think. All right, so I've done all the way around these little shells, and now I'm back to the beginning where we slip stitch into the beginning chain 2. And that worked out just fine, by the way.
Good.
Counting the chains. Now, I did this the first time. So it looked very small to me when I did this, and I was like, don't go rolling off my table. Here's my little ring, right? Here's my little ring. And I was like, wow, that looks really little. And it is. It really is. But when I slid it on my hand like this, I was like, well, it fits my hand just fine, right? Over my finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I saw that, Sherry. Cheery Snow Girl, Crystal Canvas Art. Anyhow, it fits my
Yeah.
around my fingers just perfect, and I'm happy with that. So now,
Good.
if I needed to try to pull this down over the rest of my hand and my thumb, and there's no way it's not going over. But I like it this way. So I'm going to keep it the way that I did it the first time. That's what I'm doing.
Yay.
All right. So now we're to row 2. Row 2. Yeah, that was a pretty short-lived strike, I would say. It was only a few days. I have to go look and see what the cheery snow girl is. So round 2, we chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then you do your shells into the space, because now we have a space in our shells there where we chained 1. So we just do our next shell in the shell. So it is 2 double crochets, a chain 1, and 2 double crochets all in that space in our little shell. So we're stacking our shells. Let's see. Stacking our shells. Here's a shell, here's a shell. Stacking on top of each other. And you do that all the way around. It is round drills. Oh, Joe, she says it is round drills. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I have to go check it out, see what it is. Cheery snow girl. Sounds like a snowman or a snow woman. A snow girl. I haven't bought anything from Crystal Canvas Art in, oh man, I don't know, a long time.
Yeah. They have beautiful, beautiful stuff. I just cannot do all of those
Full crystals?
shiny. Yeah, they're just too shiny. I can't see what's happening. It hurts my eyes. The next thing I know, I have a headache.
Oh,
I've only ever done one.
I've done several. I have 2 that are partially finished that I should finish. But am I going to get them done anytime soon? I don't know, probably not.
You
I have
have all of October, ma'am.
I know, but I have a chuck to finish. I just took it off the table so I could see exactly how much I have left to go.
Is that the one that you were working on for this, Chuck? Because I
Yeah.
thought you said you were done. Didn't you put a thing up
Oh, no, I'm not done with mine.
saying you're almost done? No, it was
No.
somebody else. Then.
Tommy, not I. No.
Okay.
I probably have about, I don't know, half of it to go, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Maybe not quite half, but
Darn near.
around the halfway mark, I
I
suppose.
don't know. I loved doing this one. This
Yeah.
one, the Bluebird song was just wow. That one just flew by. I
And
worked on it, I think 6 or 7 different times. That was it, and finished it, which is always
April
enjoyable.
finished her Chuck. Yay, April. Yay.
All right.
Oh, Joe's talking about a different painting than the one Sherry was talking about. You like the pumpkin garden. Gotcha. Yeah, the pumpkin garden's pretty. I always like me a good Jane Mayday.
Mm,
All right, so then when we get all of our little shells in all of our shells, we slip stitch to the top of our turning chain again, or our beginning chain. Slip stitch to that. And then we're going to repeat. So we're going to chain 3 again. And we're just going to make a whole nother round of shells. 2 double crochets, 1 chain, 2 double crochets in the chain space in the center of the previous shell. I'm calling them shells. Okay? They might not be, but I'm calling them shells. I am still going to have a lot of this yarn left when I'm done. What else am I going to make with this yarn?
ooh.
I've used enough of it now, though I don't think I'd have enough to make a beanie. But I don't know what else I'm going to make with it. No idea. It would make some pretty pumpkins, but it seems like a waste of such nice yarn to make pumpkins out of. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I meant to ask you, how did the next day at the craft store or the show go?
Shitty.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I didn't sell one thing on day 2.
Oh, I am so sorry.
And I wasn't the only one. A lot of people did not. It was really, really bad on Sunday.
Wow.
The lady next to me, she sold so she would cut out wooden objects and paint them and put things on. She had cute stuff, okay? She sold one little thing, one little gnome for $12. It's a gnome I'd picked up and looked at, so it's a good thing somebody bought it, but and then the people next to her, they did I don't know what they did, if he painted or it was photography. I don't know. It was pictures. That's all I know. He didn't sell one thing. He was mad, though. He started packing up a good hour and maybe 10 minutes before the show was over, and he was out of there. He left. I was like, oh, okay, he's done. He is done. He's leaving. So
did anybody say, was it unusual for this
show?
Okay.
They all did. Anybody who had done that show before said that they were they did not understand what was going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. That really,
yeah.
dang it, you get there and you're all excited and
I know, right?
gonna meet the people and sell them pretty stuff, and
I know, right?
They even show up.
So I'm glad the first day went well. I mean, the first day went well. So, but you know what I spent my second day doing? I spent my second day talking to people, networking with people, talking to people about the show, talking to people about other shows. There was a lady, it's interesting. I know her from our physical therapy place out at our hospital, doctor's office. She's a receptionist there, and she organizes some craft shows. So she had come around with a flyer, and so I looked at her flyer, and there's a couple on there I'm interested in. So I need to give her a call. And then another lady was wandering around, and she organizes one of the nicest craft shows around here that I know of, and that's at Frontier Days. And it's right in our town of Charlotte. It's a big festival out there. It's one I go to every year. All the booths are around the historical county, county courthouse there.
Right.
And they do a really nice job. So it's a 3-day show, which I'm like, whew, that's a commitment. It's 3 days.
Sure enough.
And It comes with a higher price, of course, but they do get a lot of traffic there for those 3 days. So she
Is it
also,
over the amount that you wanted to spend of 20? What did you say? Like $20 a day?
I have 30 is, well, a
The
little
top?
bit. So it's 110
Okay.
for 3 days. So that's a little over the $30 a day kind of number I got in my head, right?
Yeah, it is. When is it?
It's the weekend after Labor Day.
Mm.
So this is a well-known event. I mean, people from all over the place come to this because there's rodeos, a national rodeo. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on, you know.
Good big time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5K run. I've done the 5K run like a few
Nice.
times there. That was a few years ago, I will say, but I've done it. Parade, you know, it's a big festival. So they get a lot of traction. And she was telling me she has organized it for 15 years. She knows what she's doing,
Woo!
right? And I said something about, oh, she was saying something about the other crafter location. And I'm like, what other location? I thought it was just around the courthouse. And she said, well, it used to be, she said, but we started getting so many participants that we've started opening up some spaces down at the fairgrounds. And I'm like, oh, I thought the fairgrounds was just vendors. And she's like, it used to be just for vendors, but we've had so many crafters. I had to send 25 people down to the fairgrounds this last year.
Wow.
Spot. The fairgrounds is cheaper if you go to the fairgrounds. I don't think you get as much. I don't know. I mean, it's cheaper. You don't get quite as much traffic, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't. The saloon is down there, so you know people go down for the saloon.
Ah, there you go. Nothing
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
drinker money.
All right, let's get going with our next round, and then we can talk more about craft stuff in a minute. So for this round, we chain 2, and we half double in the second stitch from the hook, and each stitch, including the chain spaces, okay, all the way around. So we should end up with 31 stitches. So if we're starting in the second from our hook, that's our second double crochet that we made. We're doing half doubles. So then we're in our space. So we do a half double in our chain space. And then we should have 1, 2. That was our final in that shell. And then we have 1. Oh, shoot, I got twisted. Come on, I got twisted. 1, 2 of the next shell, and then we're to the space of the shell. So we do another one in the space or the chain of the shell. So just make sure you half double all the way around in every stitch, and you should end up with 31.
Nice prime number.
Yep. It's interesting why so many things we do are odd numbers. You would think that it would all be even numbers, but not necessarily.
No.
So yeah, I'm going to check out the one lady who was coming around with her flyer because she did some shows that were a further distance, which I'm not interested in. But there were 2 that are close, like one's in Mason, which is like 20 minutes from me, and one is in Eaton Rapids, which we go to all the time. So I might consider doing those 2. One's coming up pretty quick. If I wanted to get in, I should probably talk to her soon.
Right. Yeah.
Because that one's like mid-October. The other one's in December, like early December. So that one would definitely be a Christmassy type show.
Oh, yeah.
I got some Christmas ideas. So
Good.
We'll see. I want to make like Christmas trees. You actually put on like the styrofoam cones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Yep.
Um, oh, Brenda's got to go. Bye, Brenda.
Bye, Brenda. See you next
Um,
week
you can
or
put
tomorrow.
lights. You can put lights on these,
Oh,
on trees, like little fairy
little fairy
lights
lights.
inside. Yeah, yeah, like wrap your cone with fairy lights, and then you
Nice.
just pull the tree because the tree's just made like in a cylinder, and you just pull the tree over all that, and it would light up.
Yeah, it's cool.
Now we slip stitch to our beginning chain, and I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna count. I'm gonna go count my stitches real quick and see if I have 31. So
All right.
see if I
Count it
got
up.
31.
11, 16. 17. That was so mean. Who did that?
That was funny, but you didn't mess me up. So
God, I wasn't actually trying to.
all right, so now we've got, here's where we started again. Remember the little small hole at the end is where we started. We got 3 rounds of shells, and now we got 1 round of half doubles. Now here's where I think they mess up this pattern. So I'm going to do it different. So I don't have to flip it inside out. Not that it mattered a whole lot, but I'm going to do my next round in the back loop instead of the front loop, because to get that little ridge that we want, you have to do your stitch in the back loop. So we're going to chain 2, and we're going to half double back loop in the second from the hook. So let's see what that looks like when we start doing back loops. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, it doesn't, I mean, it's not doing what I want it to do here either. So maybe I'll just go back and do front loops. And
It's not looking the way you thought.
no, it's not looking like the other one did. No, I'm gonna just go back. I'm gonna do it like I did the first time. I'm gonna do front loop only, and I'm just gonna flip the puppy inside out because it seems to work that way.
Okay. I am here, your emotional support.
There you go. There you go. Just like Mindy, just do what you want to do. Okay. Yeah, because when you do the front loop, on the other side, you'll see 2 little strands that make like a V. And that's what, yeah. So it's on the inside. Shoot, I can't get a good view of it. I'll show you in a minute. I'm just going to do what it says to do, and then I'll turn it inside out. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. So I have been out shop hopping.
Yes.
It's shop hop weekend. So it is my local-ish, most of the shops that are closest to me.
Okay.
So yesterday I went to the furthest. I thought, let me start the farthest shops away.
Yeah. There you go.
Brighton's like 45 minutes. It's a nice shop in Brighton. I really like the shop in Brighton. So I went Brighton, and then it was about 20 minutes to Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor's got a large shop. It's called Spun. It's very large.
Yep.
So I went there next. And then about another 20 minutes away, you go to the little town called Chelsea. And that's the one that Angie and I missed last year because they had closed.
Okay.
It had an emergency, and actually the owner was in the
Oh,
hospital.
that's right, an hour or so before. Yeah.
Yeah, we were there, and she was supposed to be open, but she had ended up in the hospital. I found that out yesterday.
Oh, wow. Oh, poor thing.
I know. Interesting lady. She's an older lady, interesting lady, very interesting shop. It is a shop that is crammed full of stuff. It has more yarn than I've seen. Oh, goodness. And stuff I've never heard of before. There might be just a few skeins of some company, some brand, just very interesting. Okay, we're
Sounds
gonna
cool.
slip stitch into our chain again when we get to the end. Now let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let me flip this inside out and I'll show you. Okay, so now do you see our little V's that we're making here, like our little arrow looking things here?
Okay.
That's from doing that front loop, but it makes all the pretty ridgy stuff on the inside. I'm like, okay. So I just flipped it inside out. It'll work.
Yep.
So after we do that, guess what we do? We do the whole thing again. Round 5, we just repeat. Chain 2, half double in the second from the hook, chain 2, front loop. We're going to do front loop, half double, all the way around. Yeah, so she's interesting. She's kind of funny. She's just kind of funny. Now, she seems to be a pretty good designer. So this show, there's 7 shops. Each shop has a crochet and knit pattern. You can choose one or the other.
Okay.
And then they have made sure they have yarn, kits, whatever, to make the project with. Now, I will say in Brighton, my first store, I liked the project. I liked the yarn. I bought the yarn to do the crochet project.
Okay.
In Ann Arbor, I was like, yeah, I wasn't thrilled with the pattern. And the yarn was lovely. The yarn was every kind of soft fiber you can think of. It had alpaca, it had camel, and it had cashmere in it. It
Wow.
was soft, super soft yarn, but you needed 2 hanks of it. And I was buying something else in Ann Arbor no matter what. And so I chose to spend my money on this other yarn from Spin Cycle. I'm hooked on Spin Cycle. I haven't made a thing with it yet, but I'm now the proud owner of 4 hanks of Spin Cycle yarn, and they're gorgeous.
Wow.
So I need to make something with them. They're just fun. They are so fun. I'm super excited to make something with it. So
Will that be the next Crochet-A-Long? Something with those? You're gonna find
ooh,
something to go with it,
ooh,
or
I don't know. I don't know.
something for you instead
I,
of a sale item?
I don't know. I don't know. So spin cycle yarns have multiple colors on each strand.
Okay.
And so they just have such fun colors that all blend together and just do fun things. And you can add, you know, bye, Michelle. Everybody's leaving us. They're all leaving us.
No, don't leave us. Come back.
And so you can mix different hanks that are different colors and it just does fun stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I do want to make something with it. Oh, and round 6, guess what? Round 6, we're doing the same thing. How many rounds do we do in the front loop? Okay, we did 1 not in the front loop. Round 5 was in the front loop. Round 6 was in the front loop. Round 7. Okay, round 7 we get crazy here in round 7. Is that right? I think I'm right. Let's see, how many ridgies do I have? Okay. We're still doing front loop for this round, but this is where we add our chains for our thumb hole. Okay. So we start round 7. Okay, now it doesn't tell us to chain here at all. See, here's another mistake. And this is a mistake. This is just a straight up mistake. At the beginning of each of these rounds, we have chained 2. And this one, we don't. And yet we're supposed to start in the second stitch from the hook. So how do we get to the second stitch from the hook without doing a chain 2? Right? So I'm going to say chain 2.
Okay. And I don't know the rules, so I'm
I'm
going with
telling
you.
you, chain 2, and then do your half double in the front loop in your second stitch from the hook, just like we've been doing. And you're going to do that in 3 stitches. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 stitches. Okay. Now, Mindy has spoken. That's right, Deborah. Wait till you look at the pattern, Deborah, and start working it. You'll see there's mistakes for sure. Now we're going to chain 10. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're going to skip 10 stitches. Okay. So skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, let go. 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to half double front loop into the 11th one. There's our thumb hole. That's a big thumb hole. Now, if you want a smaller thumb hole, you could alter your pattern here and do a shorter chain to make a smaller thumb hole, but I'm leaving it, okay? Leaving it that way. Oh, we just do this all the way to the end. It didn't tell us how many stitches it was. Just keep half doubling in the front loop until you get back to your mysterious chain 2 that she didn't tell you to put in there. Because it says, when you get to the end of the round, it says slip stitch into the beginning chain. All right.
So there is a chain. It's invisible until the end. Gotcha.
Yeah, right. Yeah. She just kind of
somebody like me would just be doing it the way she said it and not realize.
And then you'd get back to the end and you'd be like, wait, I don't have a beginning chain. Right? I don't have a beginning chain. Well, you do now because Mindy has spoken, as Deborah says. Make sure you put a chain 2 at the beginning.
Hi, Jackie. What are you doing?
You got a kitty coming to join you?
Uh-huh. And of course, it's my biggest one, my 20-pounder.
You got a 20-pound cat.
Yeah. He thinks he's light on his feet, little ballerina, but it's more like...
Clod.
I was going to say it's more like a buffalo, but...
Clod.
Yeah, these things aren't quiet.
All right, so I'm back around, slip stitched into that chain 2 I made, a chain 2. All right. Now we're going to make more of our shell pattern. So we're going to chain 3 and do our shell in the 3rd stitch from the hook. 1, 2, 3. 3rd stitch from the hook. So it's, remember, 2 doubles, 1 chain, and 2 doubles. Now, let's see what she says for this direction. For the left hand, let's see what she says. Skip the next 4 stitches. And she calls them stitches. So they are technically the chains because we're to the chains. So we're going to skip 4 chains and do a shell. So let's skip. Well, one's a stitch. I will say that. The first one's a stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 4. Oh, jeez. Now you got this little chain that wants to wobble around. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're here. Okay. And we do a shell. Then I think we skipped 4 again. Yep, we skipped 4 again. So now we're skipping 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're over here. And we do a shell. I don't know why we're skipping 4 this time when we skipped 3 all the other times. But that's what it said to do. So
Does it matter what finger you're on, or?
I don't know. Well, I think if I recall back to the right hand, I think the right hand did the same thing for this round, and I don't know why, but it did. What do we do now? Skip the next 4 and do a shell. Okay, all the way around. We skip 4, do a shell. All right. Skip 4, do a shell. There's only 4 people here now. We've lost them all, Sean.
Oh my goodness, what is
Where'd they all
happening?
go? Where'd they all go?
I'm sorry, and I'm kind of quiet today.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll just talk to Deborah and Sherry and Joe. April,
Joe,
maybe?
go there.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so I was watching a thing on solar flares. It looks like we've got we recently have a solar flare. It hasn't reached us yet. Actually,
Oh.
it's not one, but it's several. But this one is considered the same as a Hurricane 5
Oh.
when it reaches us, and it's going to be messing up. It's considered an X9, I believe. And there's a whole bunch of different categories. There's an X7 that was already on its way to us, but by tonight, tomorrow, and maybe in through tomorrow night, the X9 will be hitting us. And then I guess there's M's and C's, and I don't know. There's a whole bunch of categories that I don't really understand or get. But anyway, yeah, so it's going to be coming. And if you felt like your sleep was off, your headachy a little bit, kind of off, it's all because of that. Who knew?
Wow.
It actually does, those flares actually do affect us.
So what's the flare doing? What's it doing?
My understanding is this, that the one that came to us, the reason why it's going to be so unusual is because the way our planet Earth and the way the sun were all lined up. The flare happened to hit us directly where usually it's kind of off to the sides. So we're just getting, the parts of it that's going pi, in the waves or whatever. And this one, I guess, usually is everything lined up. So it's good to know because I haven't been sleeping. I mean, I already don't sleep anyway, but menopause.
Oh, wow.
But this on top of it, it's like, okay. So that's kind of cool. So if you notice your phone's been acting wanky, or your head, or both.
Okay.
That's what's been going on with that. But I guess once it comes through, and I didn't realize, but I guess we're getting hit by them all the time. It's just, of course, in varying degrees. Oh, guys, I messed up.
Uh-oh, what did you do?
I gotta try and figure out what to do here. My when I was lining things up, which way to go? I put this one on and had to pull it off because I couldn't get my little girl on there.
Oh.
There we go.
Where's your
and
girl?
now I have a big chunk of glue there. What's that?
I was like, where's your girl? I didn't see her at first.
Yeah, little fairy. I'm sorry, little fairy girl. I haven't figured out how to get my screen full on my phone so that I can barely see us.
I got you.
And if I wore my glasses, I might have better help.
No.
I know. Yep, let's throw those on. All right. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna fix this. I'm quite devastated by it.
Uh-oh.
Didn't know what to do.
We'll figure it out.
Eventually, but I'd like it to go quicker than this. This poor woman, she has been waiting since June. I've got a box of stuff that I wanted to send her from retreat, just different
Things you've collected.
paintings. Yeah, because she's new. I mean, like brand new. I only introduced her to the craft here a little while ago.
Yeah.
But she was a big cross stitcher and couldn't see very well anymore to do the cross stitching. So she kind of had it to the side and was, how crafters are. We want something else.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like practically, in my book, cross stitching just with diamonds.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I've got this box together for her and I'm trying to get this book done and
Put that in there.
Darn it. How do I fix this?
I don't know. All right. Our next round, once we've gone around, we chain 3 and we just make those little shells in each shell. Okay. Just same thing we've been doing. Make the little shells in each shell all the way around. And I've got 6. I've got 6 shells now. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to go hit the last 3 shops on the shop hop. And I will have them all done. The furthest one away from me is 30 minutes. So that's not bad.
Did you need to get stamps for all of them again?
Yeah. You get a little passport and they stamp your little passport. So this one, I mean, you get the free pattern with every shop, which is cool. And the only way to enter, well, every shop has had a daily drawing. So there's a little bucket you put your name into.
Oh, wow, a daily drawing.
A daily drawing. They're giving away something, right?
Yeah.
And then for grand prize, there's really just one grand prize. You have to have all 7 shops stamped your book. And I don't know how many winners they pick, but you win $35 to each store.
Oh, to each store. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. $35 to spend at each store. That's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Because at first I was thinking, well, $35, knowing that some of those, pieces are.
But each
20,
store.
30, 40, but yeah, each store. Oh my gosh, you could end up with a beautiful set of expensive non-matching yarn.
Yeah, you could get something. And you know what? I have noticed is some of these shops carry the same yarn. They all like Barocco for some reason. I'm telling you what, Deborah, my yarn haul at Hobby Lobby was amazing. And I left. I mean, I only went through the cotton yarns and not even all of them. She was still working on marking stuff down. I could probably go back and there would be more stuff that was marked down. $1.
Yeah, that was fabulous.
$1.25, right? Crazy. All right, so round 7 was when we made our chain. Round 8, we'd skipped 4 and made our shells. Round 9, we just did shells in shells. Okay, one more round of doing the shells. One more round. So chain 3. And we're going to do this ribbing, which is very interesting. Yep, so I have Lansing. The one in Lansing is not very big. I wasn't super impressed with it last year. I don't think Angie or either one bought anything there, but they were very new. I think they had only been open a couple of months when we were there.
Oh.
So they were very new. So it'll be interesting to see, what may have changed with that store. Then the other one is in East Lansing. East Lansing's a bigger store. They got some nice stuff there. That's where I went when I did the class with Tony Lipsy. I went out to East Lansing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
And
haven't.
the other shop is out in Perry. That's the one that's the furthest away. That's 30 minutes. So I can handle all that tomorrow quickly, get it done, bang it out. I honestly need a couple shops where I don't buy anything. That's what I need.
Well,
Mm.
I thought it was funny you were saying, I have a drawer with cotton in it. And I thought, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I
How
do.
many drawers you got left?
I have a whole. I actually, it's not a drawer. I went downstairs and it's actually a tote full of cotton.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I got a whole tote of cotton yarn. Okay. Well, I just added 20. No, not all 21 went in there because they weren't all cotton, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
added. I added to the tote for sure.
You're going to have to start pulling faster.
I know I got to crochet faster. My fingers can't work this fast. Can't work faster. I can't work faster. Okay, now we go back and we slip stitch into the chain and we're done. Okay, we're done.
All
So we
right.
fasten this puppy off, cut it off. No, I'm not going to. I'm glad I remembered that when I did. I'm not cutting it off because at
Because,
this point, okay, let me show you. At this point, okay, we have started here, right? We've started here. This is the tight little part. We've done our pattern. We've done all those half doubles in the middle, which you can't see the pretty stuff because it's all buried inside, right?
right?
All buried inside. And then we've done the pattern here. So we got pattern, half doubles, pattern. You're supposed to cut this off and flip it around and do your ribbing for the band on the end where we started. Okay. But I already know that's too tight for me. That is never going to come up over my wrist. So, I mean, look, if I even try, look at this. I'm like, yeah, no. Okay, where's the thumb? Okay, okay. I can if I tug and squeeze, but I'm not wanting to do that. So I'm putting my ribbing right where I'm at. I'm putting the ribbing on this end because what's the difference? I mean, the difference is what? Where the thumb hole is? Is that the only difference? I mean, it worked fine, folks. It worked fine. It worked just fine. So I'm going to just put my ribbing on the other end. Yeah, where I'm already at. That's what I'm doing. All right. So
All right.
since I've done it once, I know it works. And then I'll flip the whole thing inside out and get the pretty stuff on the outside. Okay.
Yay.
So it says to do the ribbing, you should attach your yarn using a slip knot, but I'm already attached, so I don't have to worry about that. Where the original starting chain was. Well, guess what? I'm in the original starting chain right here for this round. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. Now we chain 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing there? That was my first thought when I did that. I'm like, what now? Now we single crochet in the second chain from our hook. So we're going to single crochet back down the chain. So we're going to single crochet in the chains 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times. Okay. So now we got this weird little thing sticking out here. See, we got this weird little piece sticking up here. Well, that's going to become our ribbing, but we have to fasten it down to the glove. So you come down to the glove and you slip stitch into the last starting chain or the starting chain. You slip stitch into the chain there. And it's kind of tight. You got to get it in there. Hang on. Slip stitch into the chain. And then you slip stitch into the next stitch. Slip stitch into the chain and slip stitch into the next. Oh, wait. Oh, it's calling it the next chain because this would be the chain if we were at the other end of the glove. But for me, it's the next stitch. Okay?
Okay.
I don't like where I hooked this. That's not where I should hook it. It's not where I should have slip stitched the first one. Hang on. So you basically go down to the glove and you slip stitch into two different spaces. One space, and then your next stitch. Whatever your next stitch is. If you did it on the other end, there'll be chains, but mine are actually stitches. Now we turn this puppy around, okay? Hang on, I'm reading. And it doesn't tell you to turn it even, but you got to turn it around. You turn it around. Goodness. And you single crochet in the back loop of the third stitch from your hook. So we count 1, 2, 3 stitches and we single crochet in the back loop. So now we're going back up that little piece that we just made. And you should get, I think it's 6 stitches. Let me see. 3, 4. No, it's 5. 5 stitches up. Okay. Then you chain 1 and you turn this around again. And now you come back down. You come back down. Single crochet in the second from the hook. Remember, always going in the back loop because that's going to make our ridges. You do 5, 3. I missed part of my stitch. Let go. 3. 4 and 5. No. I don't like that. That wasn't right. That was not right.
Oh, sorry, guys.
She's like, whoa, what's going on? You've done ribbing like this, Deborah? It's very interesting. Chain 1 at the top, then turn it around and start in your second stitch.
Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Stop it.
You got a mess?
Oh, it is fun. My little thing won't stay up.
What won't stay up?
My tripod.
Oh.
My stiffy isn't stiff.
Uh-oh. I hate it when that happens.
It just flapping all over the place. Limp noodle in
it. Sean is abusing her phone. Okay.
It's abusing me. All right, let's get this going. So while you're counting and stuff, I've got another little story for you.
Oh, another story. Yay.
Another little one. So I don't know about you, but I'm never afraid at night. I'm doing my thing. I'm all over the house. I'm like my own personal haunt happening here at night. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting downstairs. I'm diamond painting. Cats are passed out and asleep and snoring all around me. I'm not thinking of anything. My phone's going. And all of a sudden, I hear this huge bang. All the cats' heads whip up, ears are pointed, and we're all at attention. So
Mhm.
I'm sitting there trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I thought, okay, no big deal. It didn't happen again. Got back into diamond painting, and it freaking happened again. So now my heart's racing. I can't tell if it's coming from the garage, from the open basement door entry area, or what's happening. So I run upstairs. I've never done this before. I had to wake my husband up to do a house check.
Oh.
I didn't know what was going on. Couldn't find anything, and I thought I scared him. When they do the
It's like,
when
what?
they wake up
Yeah.
like a drowning man. He came alive. So anyway, he checked all around the house. Nothing was going on, and didn't hear anything the rest of the time. So the next night, I'm in the garage, and I'm getting I smoke. So I'm in there getting my smoke on, and I'm looking at my phone, and I hear a noise, and it's a
Oh,
big
no.
bang again. And I'm like, okay, it sounded different when you're standing in the garage. It wasn't as scary. So I went over and I looked on my front porch, and I had a possum. He was trying to get back behind my bench, my porch bench. I felt so bad for him, so I left seed back there for him
Oh, jeez.
last night so that
And
he
what was
would.
he doing? Was he knocking stuff over?
I think, like I said, the farmer cleared the field, so all the animals around all are there's skunks and possums and raccoons, and all the things are running around trying to get resituated. So I think he's old. My understanding from the research that I've done is possums only live to 2 years of age out in the wild. And if you see one and it's very white looking, a lot of white fur, it's old. It's almost 2 years old, and they don't go much past that. When you see parts of their tail missing, their ears, that's frostbite. They've actually lost parts of their bodies.
Oh, I believe that.
They have a rough life, those poor things. We've got a little possum running around here, and I'm talking like kitten size. I actually have pictures on my phone of a mama with babies on her back that was feeding at my back. I throw seed out on my porch area for the cats, especially mainly in the winter, let's be honest, but mainly in the winter. And it's good for the birds and the nightlife that comes through, but it provides a lot of entertainment for my very busy ornery cats.
Yeah. And you don't think the cats don't, the possum doesn't bother the cats or the.
No, nobody bothers anybody. My husband had put seed outside on the driveway. I don't know why he did that. We never put seed on the driveway because I don't know if you know this, but possums, they'll go through, they'll masticate everything. They get the little bits of seeds because I do like a nut and fruit seed that I throw out there, and they leave little seed casing pellet things all over the place. So you never leave those out. But anyway, a couple nights ago, the little possum and my big boy here, Jack, were each on either side of my pull down screen. And the possum was eating, and my Jackie was just, going, oh, look, checking it out. He didn't really care. Nobody cared. Nobody hissed at the other one.
Hmm.
But then you got to remember, my kids have been seeing this, since we moved here. They only know this house, and they know that there's stuff outside. So as long as it's not in the house with them, they don't mind.
Interesting.
Yeah. So no, they didn't care.
Okay.
Now, if my cats were outside and that was happening, that would be a different story.
Right. Well, that's what I was
But
wondering because the cats go out. I wondered if they have any encounter
yeah.
with the possum.
No, not in person. Not in person. Not like on either side of a screen. Not where they're both.
Okay, not
Not that I
physically
know of
able
anyway.
to get near each other.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because mine, unfortunately, they've caught birds, possums, not possums, I'm sorry, birds and chipmunks and everybody that's in the shrew, rat, mouse,
Bunnies.
Yeah, oh yeah, but I don't know why, but and the thing that always cracks me up, my cats are tethered. They can't go very far.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's like all the bunny or the whatever had to do was just run.
Yeah. Well, you've seen videos of the kitties taunting the rabbits out here.
Uh-huh. Yep,
And
yep,
the
yep.
one rabbit was just like, "Yeah, I can run faster than you. Don't worry, I can get away."
Yeah, thank goodness. Although it did look like that rabbit was trying to play with them.
I know, right?
Everybody knows a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cute. So that was weird. I haven't been scared like that. And my goodness, not since Morgan was little, and when I was a single mom. And every once in a while you get a noise or something, you'd be like, ooh.
Yeah. That would be unusual here too. We don't get a lot of noises here other than, like animal noises. You hear
Exactly.
owls and
Well,
different.
he was moving my bench, so it kept
Yeah.
hitting stuff. It was hitting the walls.
Yeah.
Coming to get me.
There you go. You're about to be attacked by a possum. Mhm.
Oh,
Look.
which is funny because they don't. Possums aren't attackers.
Well, unless you're a chicken.
True.
If you're a
I'm
chicken,
not food.
yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm a giver of food, but I'm not
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, that's why we don't care for them around here, but we have chickens, so I'm like, no,
Right.
no, no,
Well,
no.
and I wasn't trying to care for all those animals. I mean, the birds maybe, yeah, but
Yeah.
I was just keeping my cats entertained. And now it's a thing. I have heated water dish out there and
Oh goodness. Yep.
for in
Okay.
the winter. Well, everybody gets thirsty, and it's actually quite adorable to see the animals and their different drinking styles and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, the raccoons, they walk up and they like to put their food into the water and do
I'm
their
telling
hand.
you, Smokey is part raccoon. I swear he is. Paws are always in the water and on his face and this and that and the next thing. I'm like, dude, are you a raccoon? I mean, come on.
It's funny when a cat adores water.
He just likes to play in it and wash his face with it and rub it all over his face. And
Yeah. Well, maybe he's part panther.
I don't know, he's something. And this morning I was cracking up at Sonny because I went downstairs and I fed him. We don't have like an automatic food dish because at this point I can't figure out where to keep it to keep my dog out of it. So I just feed them like 7 times a day because they're whining at me.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Well, not that many, but that I'm being facetious a little, but anyhow,
Darn near.
I know. I went down and I fed him this morning, and I fed him a little bit, and I distinctly learned that I had not given them enough food. They were begging for more. So I went down and I gave them more food, and I just stood there and watched for a while. And I watched Sonny, who is the pig. He is the pig. So the first thing the little turd does is they've just got a little metal, like one of those little metal bowls, right?
Okay.
So he starts grabbing it with his paw and just pulling it towards him. Just pulls the bowl towards him. Just, it's mine. He keeps pulling it. And then I see him stick his paw in the bowl and he's pulling out a fistful of food onto the floor.
Uh-huh. Yep.
He's pulling it out, getting himself a scoop, puts it on the floor, eats it off the floor, and then he goes back and gets more. And I was like, you are something. You are a crazy little boy.
Do they all share the same
Yeah, they were all sharing the same
hardball?
dish. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They all get along fine doing it. So a raccoon
Oh yeah, they're
whisperer.
siblings. They're
Oh
siblings.
my
There should
gosh,
be no
Sherry,
problem.
raccoon whisperer, huh?
Mm.
No, never seen the raccoon whisperer.
My aunt. My aunt Julie. She lived out in the country deeper than I am. And a baby raccoon she ended up finding one and raised it up until he could go off on his own. In the meantime, though, she had all kinds of food because she was taking care. People don't throw cats off all the time in the country because they
Yeah.
just assume. And
Yes,
then
they
they
do.
end up with us because they don't know how to fend for themselves.
Right.
Either they got dumped too young or they've been in a house all their life and they have no
Mhm.
clue. No clue at all. But anyway, so she would feed all the cats that would get dumped off by her. And that turned into a whole bunch of raccoons because they like cat food.
Oh, sure.
So then she had to have two feeding stations, and one was for the cats and one was for the coons. And she
Oh, Lord.
probably at night would have 10, 15, 20 because she had a bunch of different outside buildings. So they would go and stay in the building and keep safe. So she did that for a while until she moved and couldn't, obviously. But
Yeah,
there is such a thing.
we discourage those wild critters from hanging around here, but it's a whole different story when you've got chickens and ducks and all that.
Yeah. I suppose. I always look around me and I think, well, they were here first. I'm just trying to not infringe on anybody's doing their things.
That's true. I just don't want them to eat my livestock.
Yeah. You keep them pretty safe, though, don't you? I mean, I know that you and Dale have had to
Oh,
really work to make sure it.
we have definitely lost birds to raccoons and possums for sure.
Yeah.
And I lost a cat to a raccoon, you know?
My mom did too. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, now here's what I'm talking about. Let's see if she gives any different directions. Hello, Karen. Let's see if she gives any directions for how to finish up this ribbing when we're done. So this is what she says. Repeat rows 2 and 3, 18 to 22 times to create your ribbing.
Hi, Karen.
For a tighter fit, create less ribbing. You can do this by skipping spaces between your slip stitches or placing additional slip stitches along the border before turning. For a looser fit, add more. Optional alterations. You can change your thumb space, your glove length, your ribbing can be modified, yada, yada. But nowhere does she talk about what you do when you're here. Okay, let me show you. So I have come back down. I've come back down this side right here. Okay, back down this side, this chain. Here's the original one. Now you see my issue. See my issue?
No.
Okay, look. Here's the one I just finished. I just came back down this way, and I'm about to slip stitch down here in this little
And this
gulp.
is the wrist section, you said?
Yeah, this is the wrist. This is the, let me show you this. This is the ribbing all the way around. Okay, here's
Okay.
the ribbing.
Right,
So
right.
we started it over here, and we've gone around and around and around and around and around. We're going up and down each time, right? Up and down, up and down.
Okay, up and down. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
And now I'm over here. I went the wrong way, but I'm over here, and here's my last one that I just made over here. But if you'll notice, I have a gap here, right? I have a gap
Okay.
from my first rib over here to my last rib. Look.
And then
Woo-hoo.
how do we attach those?
Right. She does not mention anything about attaching these two together, but you have to hook them together to make a continuous rib all the way around, right?
Right.
So I just made it work. I just came down my last side. And like I said, I slip stitched into the bottom here, the very bottom stitch down here. I just slip stitched into it. Okay. Slip stitched in there. And then I turned my work and I put my two sides together. I just put the first rib and the second rib together, and I just slip stitched. No, I'm not accepting calls right now. Thank you. and I just slip stitched through the one side to the other side and pulled a slip stitch through to hook this together. I mean, you gotta hook them together, right? I'm
Uh,
like, "Who never tells you to do that, though?" I'm like, "Are people just supposed to I mean, are we supposed to randomly just understand that, I guess?" So, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm thinking I'm grabbing the back loop of each one and slip stitching through them, and then I'm gonna get to the very top, and I'm gonna just put one more slip stitch right up here at the top of both sides and pull it through. And now, as you can tell, I have now slip stitched them together. See right here? I slip stitched them together. And so now I have a continuous rib all the way around without that break, that big gap. Right, Deborah? I mean, that's all you can do, right? But the pattern doesn't tell you to do that. So here's some of the frustration with crochet, you know? Sometimes you get awesome patterns, perfectly clear, you know exactly what you're doing. Other times you're like, what? What?
nope.
Uh,
Nope.
so I just tied that off. All right. Now, like I said, all the pretty stuff is on the inside. So I'm flipping this puppy inside out now. Because I like it inside out a whole lot better than I like it the other way. So,
Nice.
and look at there. I got tails. Excuse my tails, but look at there.
Ta-da!
Da-da, 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 right? It does have a big thumb hole. I would probably not do the thumb hole this big because look at how much of my thumb hangs out there. But
Oh yeah.
you could
Ooh,
probably,
that's a chili thumb.
I know, I might, if I ever did these again, maybe only do 7 chains in there. That's certainly something you can play with, you know, as you create your glove. But I mean, they're really pretty. Look how pretty they are. Look at that. Hello. Yeah, see, both of my thumbs are real large holes. You get all this exposed here. I think you could cinch it up maybe 3 stitches, and you still got plenty of room for your thumb if you do that. I know, it's called candy apple, Sherry. Doesn't it look like a candy apple? Hang on, I'm going to move this up and give you some, hopefully, better lighting. Because when I put the screen down, it gets dark. There. Aren't they
Oh
cute?
yeah.
Ta-da, 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 ta-da. So I have these. I think I could sell these as a set. What do you think? Think I can sell these? Like sell the gloves with the headband and sell them as a set?
My question to you is, do they match the hat that you
They match the
made
head,
last week?
the
The
headband.
headband? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hang on, let me grab it real quick. Hang
Yeah,
on.
I would do it as a set.
Yeah. Now, is it a
Because I
different,
thought that's what made it super cute
is
was
it a
you didn't
different
have to.
pattern? Yes, it's a different pattern because this was that picot, and she doesn't have gloves with the picot stitch. But like, there's the headband, right? Cute, huh? There's the
Yeah,
headband,
yeah,
and here's the gloves, right?
yeah.
So that's why I wanted to make something else in this yarn that would go with the headband. So
Yeah.
there's it. What am I making next week? Deborah, I have no idea. And what is the date next week? My other guest is coming on
4 and 7-11. Is it the 11th?
the 18th. So yeah, I've got next week to do something else. So yeah, I'm not going to do the other glove next week because I already did one. And I mean, it's super simple once you know how to do it. But just watch for those little mishaps along the way or some unclearness or whatever, you know. Be prepared.
Yeah.
Be prepared. But I like how they fit this way. Oh, look at my ring wants to stick right through. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Sticking right through one of the little holes there. Yeah, that's what that's for. Stick your diamond out. Oh,
Right? You don't want that being. That's awesome.
no, that's funny.
Showcase that baby.
It totally just popped right through there. That's funny.
That's
And,
great.
yeah, I really like the inside out better because you can see all the pretty ribbing from doing those front post stitches, and that's what you're supposed to see. If you look at the pattern, it looks like that. I don't know. So,
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I like it.
yeah. I don't know.
Like you said, the only thing I would adjust is the thumb hole.
I know the thumb hole's a little large. So I have this much of this yarn left still. What do you think we could make with it? Do you think there's any way we could make a little scarf, like a small scarf? What do you think? Man, that would be a banging set then, wouldn't it?
Like one of those tie scarves?
I'm thinking something small. Yeah, some small little scarf. Let's see. Do I have anything in my Pinterest in scarf? I have a scarf category. I have been organizing my patterns in Pinterest. So I have scarves, cowls, and shawls. So some of these are really large, but I could probably find a small one. I wonder if this one would work. It's called the Easy Cowl. Let's see this one right here. It's just a strip. You just make a rectangle.
Yeah.
You make a rectangle and you attach some buttons and it buttons on.
Because I'm thinking somebody's more likely to buy a set, especially if they're looking to start buying presents.
Yeah. No, Joe, I don't have any made for me. No, I don't. Actually, I want to make some more headbands with an easier, quicker pattern because these will sell like crazy at craft shows. People love to buy these. So I'd like to make some more with an easier. I might try this little easy cowl. Let me look at it real quick. Let's see how much yarn it says we should use for this. The thing with looking at free patterns on blogs is you have to scroll through 75,000 things they want to talk about. Okay, so here it is right here. It took her less than 2 hours and used about 165 yards using worsted weight yarn. Now, my guess is, I don't have my band for this. My guess is this is probably 241 yards. And how much of that have I used? Not a whole lot. Crochet cowl sells very well at craft shows. Since this pattern works up quickly, we make lots of them in a short period of time.
Lots and lots.
This may become your go-to crochet cowl pattern. All right, then. This is what we're going to make. We're going to make this cowl and just hope that it gets long enough. And maybe I just have to make it a little more narrow. I mean, it looks very customizable. 30 inches long, 6 inches high. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make this cowl.
All right. Decision made. Woo. Yep.
So she used
and all the thread will be all your yarn's going to get used. So that's great.
That is my plan. Yes. To use it all up. Now, the other thing I've been doing with my leftover hand-dyed yarns is making a hexagon for a hexagon blanket in the end. But if I don't have enough of that when to make a hexagon, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, Deborah, this is Joe to the world. Joe, like J-O. Hang on. Joe to the world. Her patterns come up often for me. Joe to the world. Okay. And it is called Easy Crochet Cowl. Easy crochet. I made one like this once. Hang on, it's similar. Hang on. Let me show you real quick. So, Joe, yes, I have made some things for me. Hang on. Can I find
it? That's funny. I do love this.
Oh, no, I made a different kind. This one's really pretty, though. This one was made out of alpaca. Oh, Here's my cowl right here. It's similar, except this one is a pull-through cowl. This one, you made a little loop here to wrap it around and pull it through.
Oh,
Look,
I
I
like
even
that.
had a cute little tag for this one. It says "Made with Love." Sew that on
Oh,
here. Isn't that cute? This is
that's sweet.
soft. I'm gonna put it on. I'll show you. Hang on. It's so stinking soft. I love it. It's gorgeous. Ready? Ready to see me in all my beauty today? Look at. See? Isn't
Oh,
it
that's
cute?
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can tighten it up. You can, make this there. I don't even know if I have what the pattern was for this one, but this one turned out really nice.
Yeah, I like that.
I like this one
Did
a
you end
lot.
up taking any of your did you I can't remember your dog stuff that you made. Any pet stuff? Did you take any of that with you or is it
Oh,
just
I
the
only have the
sweater?
one. No, I only have that one sweater.
Oh, okay.
I made the one doggy sweater, and that was it. So that will
You
make
maybe
this
need
little.
to add dog Santa hats or reindeer hats or something.
I know, or little dog bandanas, or
Yep.
I know.
Yep.
I have to look and see if I can find the pattern for this pull through one again. I'm certain I have it somewhere, but I have patterns in like 3 different places. I have patterns in Pinterest. I have patterns in like my videos to watch later, and I have patterns that I have downloaded. So I have them in 3 places.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes it hard to find them sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Anyhow,
Especially when you've got one in particular that you're trying to grab a hold of. It's not that, oh, I'm
exactly.
just going to glance through and
Oh
see if
yeah,
something hits me.
yeah. I'll just look through here and I'll find this one. It's here. I know it's here, right? Like, is it in
Yeah,
this Pinterest board of scarves and cowls? Um,
maybe.
um, Oh, I have this one. That one I just showed you pinned twice. I can delete one of those. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. I'm still scrolling, still scrolling. No. The answer to that question is no. It is not in the Pinterest board. So,
Hey.
where is it? Is it downloaded? I don't think it's a video I saved. Anyhow, I'm trying to get them more organized. I wish that they were all like in Pinterest or something so I could find them easily. But what, Sherry? Say what, Sherry? Sherry, what?
What?
She said DAC Chuck Pinson. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. She's right. It's right there.
What?
Right there.
What?
It's this one.
Shut
Shh. I've spent too
Can you
much
throw it
money
back up
on.
there? I was over in the chat section.
Oh, hang on just a
What it
sec.
looked like.
It's Country
I
Gate.
thought I was safe.
Here we go.
Oh, come on.
Right.
Chuck.
We've been saying for how long that it's time for a Chuck.
Where was that last month when we were supposed to have it?
Exactly. How come they
Oh,
didn't do this in September, right?
goodness.
Man, and I've just spent so much money on yarn. Well,
Well, it's going to go on my wish list.
it's a 92 by 69.9.
What's the name?
Oh, Country Gate. So, you know how I've always said Chuck Pinsons are 70 by 93 for the big ones, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're 70 by 93. Not this one. No, it's 92.8 by 69.9. Okay,
Oh.
seriously? We left off 0.2 from one measurement and 0.1 from the other measurement from it being a 70 by 93.
Oh, somebody was feeling very exact.
Oh my goodness, right? 61 colors, 1 A, B, and 3 fairy dust. And it is square, of course. Oh my goodness. Well, seriously. Okay. Well, I've been riding the ride here of not buying anything for a long, long time. So
You've done great.
I know. What do you got there, Sean? What do you have
Oh,
there?
all right, I'm gonna throw this sticker on here, then I'll show
And
you
then
what.
you can whip it around and show us.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yep. 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 Okay, so what this is what I was working on last week when I
Okay.
was cutting
Oh,
all the
all
stickers.
those flowers. You got
Yeah,
a flower garden.
it's gonna be my central pages, so that takes care of the very center of the book. And then what I was working on today, which I think I figured out a way to fix that.
Fix your blue key.
Yeah.
So over on the right side, you've got some birds and you got a honeycomb. Oh, birds, honeycomb,
Actually, it's
bee.
one bird. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
one the bird and the fairy. Yeah.
yeah.
And does the left side do something? Is it a pocket? Is it a
Yeah, these are a double pocket, so I'll be throwing some
putting stuff
stuff
in
in
the
there. Yeah. And so
and there's
we're
your
getting the flippy pages. We're
oh look
getting the
at it.
flippies. There's more of them. So
You got some more pages. What does that thing do in the front there? Is it
I was
roll?
showing you last week. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
just
right.
kind of
That's the
pops.
slider.
It's actually a change envelope or a stamp, or if you've got one like a big silver dollar or something, that's
Okay.
what those envelopes are for. So I've
Got
just put some stuff in there that she could use to decorate other pages.
got
And then this is just a really gorgeous paper, so I don't plan on covering it all, honestly. Another pocket here, big pockets, big pockets
yeah.
that'll stick up out of the top, so that way I'll have
That's a
and
pretty
then
flower.
yeah, it's gorgeous. Takes forever to cut these all out, trying to get all the plastic off from around them. And then we're coming back here. I don't know if you saw in the garden. I don't even know how to show you. Okay, which side am I on? There we go. I found a kitty. Um
Oh yeah.
so I put it in there to make it look like
Is it
it
like
was
a paper
sleeping.
clip?
It is a paper
It's
clip.
a paper clip kitty. That's
Yep.
cute.
So I wanted the kitty to look like it was taking a nap
Flowers.
amongst all the flowers, just like
Oh,
my little Katie used to do. And then I've got a
oh, let me tell you,
what's
kitties do not just go lay down in the flower garden. No, no, they don't. We were out there working in the flower garden the other day, and all three cats, they were not invited, mind you. They just jumped in over the fence
yeah.
and proceeded to rear and tear through my flower garden and tear Dale's strings down that he was putting it.
They were playing with them, were they?
Oh God. Yeah. Until
What
Smokey actually got like caught up in one of them a little bit, and he was not happy about that. And he was like,
oh,
"Oh, I don't like that thing."
that is scary.
Right? Oh,
Yeah, I don't know how to do anything without looky loose
oh, look,
all around me.
does that go in that book too?
Yeah. Yeah. This is it's a little note card thing that you could send to someone else. I'm gonna leave the little card blank. And then if she wants to play, give it to somebody else or put it in the book somewhere or decorate it more or whatever, make a note to herself.
All right, so cowl next week to go with our set here. That would be perfect too. We got our ears covered, our neck covered, and our hands covered. We'll be good.
And I wanted to show you
Oh
this.
man, that's so pretty.
Isn't that cool?
It's
This
dark
is
and
yeah.
look at that
This
lady.
is one of my absolute favorite things that I've made, where it's just quick in the book or whatever, but I had fun doing this one.
Yeah.
She is so cool, and she's got her little guy looking for her. Anyway, I don't know if I had shown you, but when I was at Great Lakes, they had, they do release papers. So these are release papers that you can actually get
Oh, you
of the
cut out
balloons, and I
balloons?
cut them. Yeah, I cut them out
Nice.
and made a scene.
Cool. Wow.
So you can use anything.
Yeah. That's why it's called a junk journal, right?
Sure enough.
Except most of the time you're not using junk.
Yeah.
You're using stuff that you've gone and spent good money for.
Well, I wanted all the pretties now. It takes a while to collect all that stuff
That's funny.
as you come across it. And I wanted to play today.
I know, right? I got to go get my junk. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it, folks, for now. Thanks for hanging out with me, Sean. I love to see what you're working on. It's a blast.
And I love hanging out with you. I absolutely adore getting to see what's happening and talking to everybody when I get a chance. Like I said, sorry, I was kind of quiet today.
Oh, that's fine. And I love seeing your stuff you're doing. It's so cool.
I appreciate it. Well, if you want me back next week, tell your guest comes. Let me know.
You can come next week and watch us make the cowl, and we'll have the matching set when we're done.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
It should be pretty boring directionally. I mean, once we get going with the thing, and it's just going to make this rectangle back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it'll be a lot of talking next week.
More chatty, less counting.
Yep, less direction.
Figuring out what do they want? What are they saying?
Yep. Well, okay. Guess I'm buying a diamond painting this weekend, huh? I know.
Darn
right?
it.
I wish the other one from the 19th would just get here. I don't know where it's at. I don't know what the holdup is on that one. That's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
That's a long time. So I don't know. Tracking just doesn't even seem to want to do anything or change. It could just show up one day for all I know. But yeah.
Well, hopefully it does. I mean,
I know, right?
Is it not one that they immediately archived, was it?
No, it's a restock. Yeah, September 23rd, package data was sent to OnTrack. They haven't gotten the package. September 25th, package has been received. It's on its way to your OnTrack facility. Yeah.
Now, do you find, now that they moved down in Texas from New Jersey, that you get your packages a lot slower?
Yes.
Same here. Yep.
Absolutely.
Used to be I'd get them within 4 days.
Yeah, mine are really slow, but this is ridiculously slow.
It's like a week and a half anymore.
Yeah, this is ridiculously slow. Crazy slow.
Yeah.
You want to know which one I bought? What restock I bought?
Yes. Oh, I love that one. Yep.
I loved that when I saw it. I said, no, I don't need it. I keep seeing it and I love it. So then I crocheted a stack of pumpkins, but now I'm like,
oh, yeah.
It came back again and I'm like, I have to get it. I just have to get it.
Mine. Well, good.
It's so pretty. I mean, anytime when you have blue and pink pumpkins, I'm like,
what were they calling Mindy's name? Huh?
I know.
So,
I held off on that one for a while, you guys. I held off for a while, but
you did a good job holding off.
I know. And Halloween is great for me because I just don't buy stuff. This was one probably last year, I think probably that was around the Halloween stuff, but it's a fall painting. I like fall.
Yes.
I don't care for all of the skeletons and ghosts and bats and all that stuff. I like fall. And they haven't had much of that. So anyway.
Not this year. They certainly haven't this year because I think I have a stack of pumpkins where it's the black, orange, and striped or whatever. I have that one, but I don't have the pink and blue.
No, and I think there was one that maybe was with a cat and
like it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Dreamer Designs.
Oops, go ahead.
Dreamer Designs is just crazy. Halloween. They're done now. They're done. Woo, they're done.
So I'm curious, what does everybody think about, I don't know if you've gotten one of these boxes. Have you guys, where this is the regular, and then you've got this huge double thick.
Yeah.
What with that? Why?
So the big, huge one was the original one. That was the original concept. So have you opened it?
Yeah.
to see the shelf in there.
The big tray and everything
Yeah,
that
the
makes
tray
it
that holds
horrifically
her.
heavy
Yes, yes. So that
and
was
odd.
her original concept, and then
Hmm.
people didn't like that.
No, not at all.
So they made the
Mm-mm.
box smaller again and took that tray out. So then
Good.
the next couple I received were the smaller box, but then one, I think the last one I got was that big box again. So
Huh.
I think it just depended on when they were manufactured, what they were packaged in. They still had the big boxes left probably. So I
Okay, well, I'm thrilled to hear that they're moving away from it because it's messing up my Jenga tower,
oh,
and
I'm sure. I'm sure
they're
it is.
so heavy.
Yeah, they're big. They're big.
And a
Yep.
lot of
So
us, I mean, you know as well as I do that a lot of people have a lot of physical handicaps,
yeah.
backs, and all kinds of things going on, and we need to be able to haul our crafts around
There you
easier.
go. Well, just so you know, they're not making those anymore. So
Well, yay.
yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. You want to see her
Everything-
towers? I don't know if you can. Are they torn apart still, Sean?
Oh, they are still torn apart. What I can show you here, I got something I can show you.
You have not seen, she's got a picture. I know she's got a picture of it.
I do, and it's online, or it's
She has
on.
shown them, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. How do I switch my camera around? Ew.
Well,
I
that I
haven't-
don't know.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to do something. Come walk with me.
Come walk with me. We're going through Sean's house. Here we go.
Okay, so here's my
Oh,
master. This is ending up being can you guys see that? Because I can't see you and
yes.
that,
Oh,
but
yeah, we can
I
see
so
that.
I have
They're small towers.
lots of stacks. I'm trying to figure out
Oh, goodness.
how to get everybody redone. And then this is all the stuff that I'm going through. And then over in here, because I'm is more, but these are all the ones that I'm selling back there in the corner selling.
Ah,
And then all the boxes and everything that I've collected.
you're selling a lot. It's been a little while. They need to go out.
Well, like I told you, I need to come up with about 200 to 230.
To sell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So I'm trying to get 2 towers that are going to fit back into that corner over here
Mhm.
and this corner over there for the longer ones. And then all the little ones are underneath my table.
Oh, they sure are.
Ah,
Oh boy.
gotta love it.
So fun. Oh, Joe, go watch last week's Crochet Live and listen to Sean's story. Go listen to her story about her first sale she tried to sell.
Yeah.
You know, she had a nightmare. She tried to sell one penny. Turned
I
into
was
a
dipping
nightmare.
my toe. I dipped my toe in and it got bit.
It turned into a disaster. She's got people mad at her, people fighting with each other. Oh my God.
Calling me a scammer.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Where'd you put it? Did you reached out on a Dustash site? You didn't actually list it yourself.
No, I didn't. I was looking for an insert job happened to show up on my thing. And it was weird. 3 of them showed up. And I'm like, wow, I have all 3 of them. Okay, let's see what happens. But yeah, that turned into a whole thing, didn't it?
Oh, fiasco.
She still talks to me though, so that's good.
Oh, the lady that you actually sold it to.
Yes, my buyer.
You
Yeah.
straighten things around with her. The other crazy lady, you're like, oh, go away.
Gosh, that took hours. Here's something that I thought was going to take, 20 minutes out of my day, and it was hours. Oh, ridiculous. But yeah, Joe, I am going to be selling them. I'm going back and forth on whether or not I should do a D-stash video first, maybe, and show everything that I have since there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And then, but I've never done that kind of video. I've never done a video period.
Wants to sell over 200, Joe. Sell.
Yeah, that's sell.
I still say your original plan sounded good. List 20 somewhere
Yep.
because it's a lot. When you start selling and you start having to ship and do all that stuff, it's a lot.
And I still haven't figured out the whole shipping thing. I don't have a scale, and I usually just go to USPS because that's what's right here.
Not even have a
And
food scale.
no.
Oh, just get yourself a little food scale and whatnot is easy to do. And then just
Okay.
pirate ship. It's super easy. Just need a little scale and a tape measure. It's easy to do.
But don't you have to be able to print a label or whatever?
Well, you do. You got a printer on your computer?
I don't have a computer. I only have my phone.
Uh,
And my printer, I don't know why it won't work. It won't connect to my Wi-Fi anymore.
oh, yeah, you do need to be able to print a label.
Right. So that's a whole thing for me because I thought I went over to the site and I put in 2 pounds and ended up being 214. And I thought it was going to be 1170 because the lady lived right here in Illinois. I mean, my God, I could drive 3.5 hours and drop it off at her house faster than I got there. Trust me.
Uh-huh.
But it ended up being almost $18 to ship it down to her. I'm like, what the heck? And that was by going on their site. So I have to figure that out because I lost money.
That was going through where?
Pardon?
That was shipping through where?
USPS.
Oh, yeah. USPS is always going to be more expensive.
Really?
That's why if you could use pirate ship, it's always cheaper.
Okay.
It
So
probably
I
would
don't want to
cost you
get
less
rid of
than
mine either.
$10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't want to get rid of mine either, Joe, but I had 3 towers floor to ceiling and I need more room for my other crafts.
I know.
They need a home to go to
We
too.
all have too much stuff. I'm getting so much yarn, I don't know what to do with all of it. But do I stop buying it? No, of course
I
not.
was going to say my collecting's kind of taken over my actual crafting sometimes.
And diamond paintings I purchase, I'm not purchasing that much. I'm still getting a lot of that free stuff
Yeah,
piling up.
that's nice.
Yeah. Anyhow. All right. Well, I will let everybody go and see what I'm up to next. I got to crochet something. That's what I got to do.
Crochet, crochet, crochet.
I know.
Well,
Let me
have a great weekend, everybody.
I'm
Thank
going to
you
show
so
you
much,
guys
Mindy,
real
for
quick.
having me.
Let me show you real quick before I go. I'll
Oh,
show
yes.
you Chuck. I'll show you Chuck now. Show you where I'm at. I'll show you where we're at.
Sorry, guys.
My dog is headed down the road or down the street. I mean, not the street, the driveway. She is headed down the driveway. Okay, so you can see what I have done over here, right?
Yes.
This side over here.
Looks good.
And this bottom here. So here's the part that I need to do. See that rectangle up there?
Yep.
Oh, and this release paper. That one release paper. You see it? That one. Release paper right there. And then that rectangle. This rectangle, right?
Oh, you got pretty far. Yeah, you're booking.
Left to do. So the bottom's done. I'm starting this side over here. We're getting there.
No, she looks good.
I can finish this.
Mine's hanging off of my wall in the back or in my back door.
Ah.
And it'll stay there until the next painting gets done.
Okay.
It looks great.
Hey, there's a kitty. There's a kitty cat.
That's my Jack. He's my big boy.
A big boy, Jack. How many diamond paintings do you have hanging up in your house?
Well, all of these.
All of those. Is that in your craft room?
No, this is in the cat's litter room.
Oh, wow, you got a bunch in there.
Wall to wall, round the walls.
Yeah, you got a bunch.
Way around. Even in the closet.
Oh, nice.
Because why not? It's wall space.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I hang them up in my house.
Yeah.
I know you do too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still need to come up with a good rotating system for my chucks so I can do more in the hallway and rotate them out, you know?
I know. I was, I want something where I can hang them on the wall because I definitely myself, I don't want to have like one of those the easels, and then you put the painting on there or whatever. But
Yeah.
it would be nice to have, because this is one of the first ones I did back before I knew about the good stuff.
Yeah.
She's still rolling good. But yeah, I don't know. I want to figure out a way to do it where I could switch out the paintings anytime I want to. Doesn't matter what size it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be in a frame.
Yeah. That's what I want to do with the chucks, is come up with something that I can just hang them on the wall in that one spot in the hallway and just rotate them out, monthly.
Yeah.
So
If you want to see how big he is, this is my, Jackie. Well, never mind. You are not. Say hi, Callie. Say hi. She's my littlest. And then hold on. Go over there by her, Jack. Can you see the two of them?
He is a big boy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, just having Milo here for a few days, I'd pick that cat up and I'd be like, whoa, jeez.
Yeah.
You're huge. So much bigger than my kittens. Just wow. Even though I think my kitties are big, but wow.
And I know they do. They seem like they're huge.
I know. They've grown. So there's another kitty.
Say hi, Fee. She's our old gal.
Hi. She's just hanging out there.
10, 11. Yeah. Yeah, my house is cat decor.
Right.
I don't know if you've been to Aldi's, but
did you get that pumpkin thing there?
Is that not the cutest thing?
At Aldi's?
At Aldi's.
I never go to Aldi's. And I hear about all these cute things at Aldi's, and then when I do go, my Aldi's never has it.
I saw the ad, and I took a picture and I told my husband, I'm like, I think we need a pumpkin from Aldi's. But I was just joking, honestly.
Do any of your cats go in it?
Just their heads so far. just peeking.
Just looking in.
Yeah. I have to find the right spot. Once you find the right
cube, I bought a cube thinking my dog would like it, and my dog didn't ever like it. She hated it.
Yeah.
But the cats love the cube. Now they don't like sleep in it or anything like that. They'll jump in it, they'll play in it, they'll pull the cube around and pull, like it's a toy. But they don't actually like sleep in it or anything. They're funny.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
All right. Okay, now I'm gone. Okay. Half an hour of just sitting here and BSing. That was fun, wasn't it?
It is fun, actually.
I know, right? All right. Okay. Well, I'll see you next week. How's that?
Sounds good. Take care.
Have lots to BS about.
Take care, everybody.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.